Now let us take a look at a real-world use case. Let's say we have two teams, Team A and Team B. As of today, the teams share the same infrastructure. In the past, they had requirements which allowed them to use the same versions of the JDK and Tomcat. So they were able to expose different ports and get their applications running in production using the same infrastructure. So they never had any issues. Now the problem. Team A has engineers who want to develop on Mac OS X. However, their application in production is going to run on Ubuntu 16.01 with JDK 1.7 and Tomcat 7. And QA doesn't like the idea of shipping software developed on Mac OS X and QA'd on Ubuntu. Team B, on the other hand, wants to upgrade JDK to 1.8 and Tomcat 8 and wants to run CentOS in production to run their app. Now, the summary of the problem. Developing on different operating systems and having QA test it can be a challenge. How can we have the same hardware version support two versions of JDK, the 1.7 and the 1.8? Also, from a managerial perspective, a server costs several $1,000s. Everyone wants optimal usage of the servers. The problem continues. DevOps is worried about frequent change in JDK versions and software requirements for both the teams. Operationalizing both the applications in the same infrastructure is a huge challenge. And making sure QA team gets the application with the same setup where it was developed is indeed a nightmare. Developers, on the other hand, along with QA, are worried about different things. Developers are worried about how they would develop in different operating systems, integrating their changes. Now, assume that the development team is spread across the world, where front-end engineers are in California, server-side engineers are in New York, and they're all working on different operating systems. They indeed have a challenge to integrate all their code and have QA test it. QA is concerned about whether it is a valid option to even test the software and if it's worth their time. This is because the software is being developed on a different hardware and an operating system, and then the test environment which goes into QA and UAT and production is completely different. So, both the teams get to the manager to get a new hardware as a means to solve the issue. The management declines the proposal, stating no budget for new hardware, use of existing hardware and optimizing it, but still guaranteeing that the applications developed can work independently on the same software and can be developed on the same platforms and tested. So how do we solve all of this? Let's take a look at how Docker tries to resolve this issue in the next lecture. Thank you for watching.